having integrity. As licensed, individuals, the more knowledge you have and experience you have, you can do a lot of greater good or you can do a lot of bad. So having integrity on this level is going to be huge because not only are you going to it's going to help you win that business, but that business is going to help you win more business.
Hi, guys.
Hello and welcome to another episode. We are your hosts. I'm Sean Calhoun, and today, as usual, I have with me my lovely wife.
I'm Christina Calhoun.
And today we're going to be talking about how to convert leads. Now, these are not just regular leads. We're talking specifically about how to convert internet leads. Because when you're talking about a warm lead, someone that's new, that may be an easier conversion. You don't really have to do as much converting.
Especially if it's like a referral or it's somebody that you already know
Right.
from prior business or a friend, things like that. Those are a little easier to convert.
But your skill levels have to be higher when it's an internet lead or a cold lead, someone who just does not know you, whether it's an inbound call or maybe an outbound call or text. So, how do we do it? All right. Well, there's a few key steps that, again, if you watch this video to the end, you'll find out exactly how and the reason why it's so important to do it. The reason why, obviously, is going to be your results. You see, if you learn how to do this, your results in the same amount of time, you're going to have better results. So, what are we doing? Well, the very first thing is when someone is, you know, raising their hand saying, I'm interested in buying a home or I'm interested in selling my home, possibly, right? They're raising their hand saying that normally they want information, not necessarily you or I. Okay. That's a big thing to remember. They want information. Okay. So you have to come in with that mindset. If you come in, the first thing a lot of people do when they come in, they're like, hello, how are you doing? Well, that's what a lot of telemarketers do, right? And they get hung up on. Why do you hang up on telemarketers so quick? Because you're like, I don't even know who this is asking me how am I doing. They're trying to build rapport, but that's not the way. Okay. If it's an internet lead, the first thing you have to do is you have to let them know that the reason why you're calling and get them to stay on the phone. It's called a pattern interrupt. Okay. Your first key to conversions is a pattern interrupt. You have to say something different, something that's going to click onto their reticular activator to get them to connect with you. So, for example, if they were searching on your company website, hey, this is Sean from Pretty Home Realty. I noticed that you were interested in a property on blah, blah, blah street. What would you like to know about it?
So they recognize that, yes, I was searching on that website and it's about this house that I was interested in. So you're kind of like triggering in their mind, oh, okay, this isn't just a telemarketer that I'm going to go click.
Right. And you haven't, right. They haven't just, exactly. I couldn't have said it better. So that's number one. Now,
Now's the time for the interrogation.
that's right.
No.
You're not wanting to do a interrogation with questions like that. So it's really a conversation that goes back and forth. So this is a script, but it's more of a conversation. Okay. So you need to have a really good script. You can start out with the LP Mama script, location, price. That's the easy script to start out with. And you can probably, if you don't have that script, you can look below and you can click and grab that if you're on prettyhomeacademy.com or YouTube. But um, there's some other things that need to be working on in the background that you need to know. And that thing, the thing that has to be in your mind in the background is, who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? Okay. And what we mean by who am I talking to, you've probably heard of disc profiles, right? DISC. So you have different personality
Hmm.
types. Okay. And Christina, briefly just give me like the four major personality types.
So the first one is the dominant for the
Yeah.
D.
Yep.
This is somebody who is kind of assertive. You can usually tell by the way they speak that they like to be in control of the situation.
They make decisions quicker quite
Yeah,
often.
yeah. And then you have like the I is for influence. This is someone, the way they talk to people and relate to others.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got S for steadiness. So this is
Mm-hmm.
someone who is kind of patient and calm.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one is compliance. So it's usually somebody who is really feeling oriented.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you have these different personality types, and you need to take time to really study these personality types. Now, the thing about it is, most people are not just 100% one personality type.
Hmm.
We're normally a mix of all of these, but to lesser or greater degrees. So you could just imagine a waiter or a waitress coming to a table at a really nice restaurant. The first thing they have to do is read the table. Read the table. Is everyone smiling? Is everyone do they have straight faces? Like, what is going on at that table? And this is what we mean by this. Now, reading so you can understand that personality. Okay, so that's the first thing that you're going to have to do. Now, the second thing is speaking. Okay, speaking. Now, you may start off texting or you may start off speaking, but you're going to have to at some point get to this awkward conversation, speaking and meeting. Now, when it comes to speaking, what are some of the things that's going to help with conversion?
Well, you really want to talk to them the way that they speak to you.
And I'm going to pause you right there. Where does this give me a principle that I can give me a solid principle I can base this on what you're telling me?
Well, there's the principle to be all things to men of all sorts. So, this is a Bible principle that is basically you want to be able to relate to the person
Mhm. Mhm.
so that you can help them and you are helping them providing a service. So, if you speak to them the way that they speak to you, if they're a fast talker or if they're a slow talker, and you mirror what they say, they're going to feel more at ease and it's going to lead to higher conversions because you've built rapport with them.
Right, right. So, I mean, even you'll hear a person speak with an accent. So, does that mean that you break into Spanish? Well, if you know it, but if you don't, Christina's like, no, that's right. If you don't, no. But you might want to speak at their pace
Yes.
and pitch. If someone's really energetic, then you got to bring that energy.
Could you
Okay.
imagine having a conversation with someone who's really energetic and you're like talking really slow and laid back? They're going to be like,
Kill me now.
I don't like this.
Right?
They're not going to want to work with you.
Right, right. You're not gonna have that that high level of conversion. So that's really important, the speaking. But then also their body language too. You're going to see how people, if you're in person, you can actually see the body language, as well. And that's going to be important to think about because you want to take it from maybe text to phone to in person. So again, this is part of the conversion process. So, all right, now you have that in mind, right? I'm looking at the personality type, I'm listening to the speech to mirror it. Here's something else. And this is something that Christina and I really have learned from experience. I haven't read so much about this. Um, well, I take that back. I have actually read something about this from Tom Hopkins way back in the day. He would actually read the newspaper, so that's back in the day, right? He would read the newspaper and he would try to stay on top of current events and different things just to know what's going on, right? And when you do that, you'll look at a lot of different industries. So right now we have podcasts, we have YouTube. So a big suggestion that I would make to you is find out what are the major industries in the area of where you want to do business. Okay, what are the major industries? For example, in Birmingham, Michigan, architecture is a major industry. Okay, also engineering is a big automotive engineering. Okay, and you have different phases of that. Electrical, mechanical. You got AI, all different types, programmers. So each industry has its own language. It has its own lingo. Real estate has its own terms, right? A CMI or whatever, see, I
CMA.
said CMA, a CMA or, whatever it is. You'll throw out these terms. So you don't have to know all the terms for everything, but you need to learn a few terms for the industries in your area. Okay, nursing, if you're working with nurses or doctors, you need to learn a few key terms that they use. That way, when you speak to them, you may be able to give an illustration or say something in their language. Okay. And that's going to help them really connect with you and know, you know what? This guy really, or you know what? This woman understands me. You're going to connect with them. And that's going to really help you to have more conversions when you connect like that.
And really the key is that you're making a new friend.
Yeah. Oh
In
my
order to
goodness.
do that, you need to ask them questions. Because if you just talk the whole time, you're not going to be making a new friend. You're not going to know anything about them. So you do have to ask them questions, not like an interrogation. Don't do that.
Hmm.
But you do need to ask them questions so that you can find out what they do for work. And then you can kind of tailor your speech to those things that would interest them.
Hmm.
And you're going to want to find out what their motivation is, particularly with buying a house right now or selling a house right now. Are they downsizing or are they upsizing? Hey, our family's growing. We need a bigger place. Or I really want this school district. Whatever it is, you need to get them talking by asking them questions.
Right. And it's give and take. So you're going to have to practice having conversations with people where you're asking questions and you're listening. But here's the thing, it's a conversation.
Mhm.
In a conversation, you don't just go to the next thing. If you ask the question, for example, like Christina said, why are you selling your home? And they said, well, you know what? We're selling our home because it is just too big for us. We have 5 bedrooms and actually there's just, two of us and a cat, right? Say, okay, how much were you wanting for? You have to acknowledge what they just said. Wow. So you have 5 bedrooms and it's just two. Wow. Okay. So I would guess that means there's a lot of chores to be done, right?
A lot of
Yeah, a
maintenance.
lot of maintenance. Okay, okay. Are you guys empty nesters? Did you have a family? Yeah, ask some more questions. Have a conversation. Really talk about it. Go deep on what's important to them. Okay. Now you're having a conversation. Then you can go on to your next point. I mean, you're going through the script, but you have to be a real person and really care. Okay. That's going to help you to connect. And then, of course, having integrity. As licensed, individuals, the more knowledge you have and experience you have, you can do a lot of greater good or you can do a lot of bad. So, having integrity on this level is going to be huge because not only are you going to it's going to help you win that business, but that business is going to help you win more business. So, that's some basics on converting. I want you to take these key points and go deeper into them because these are the real principles of converting internet leads, people who don't know you, don't like you, and don't trust you into clients that know you, like you, and trust you. There's one other thing that I want to say about internet leads that has to be said. You have to have aggressive pursuit of internet leads. It's like making a new friend, like Christina said. You have to do work to make a new friend. You don't know what their schedule is. You don't know if they're day sleepers, night sleepers. Like, you have to get into their life and make a new friend. One big key takeaway is see what time they came into your life. Was it at night? What time did they check? Because quite often people have patterns. They may be checking on their break. That may be the best time to reach back out to them. Okay? Reach back out. Look at these little keys. There's so much. I can't give it all to you right now, but listen, check out the next episode. We're going to give you even more.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. We will see you on the next one. Let's get it.